Three, two, one. Okay, so how you doing, guys? My name's Chris. This is my first video for the channel, and I thought I'd start recording some videos about my experiences with getting into blockchain. I've been looking at content online, and I think there's a lot of content that's for investors when it comes to blockchain and crypto, and there seems to be a lot of highly technical videos which are for the people who actually want to understand the code that's underlying blockchain. But what I'm not seeing a whole lot of is videos for people who are application developers and who are interested in this as a technology. Possibly they view blockchain as another library or platform which they can utilize. So let me tell you about me. I'm the CEO of a business-to-business software as a service company. We work in the mapping space. The company now is around 6 years old, so we're out of the startup phase. We're very much in the scale-up phase. As with all scale-up companies, my role in the beginning, I was very much on the code. I was on the spanners. I was writing programs, I was writing code. As the company evolves, the role of the CEO evolves, and now my primary role is probably people management and business development. Okay, but that doesn't mean I've forgotten how to code. I still know how to code, but I'm a bit rusty. But anyway, this blockchain stuff recently has got me really excited. I've started looking into this technology, just first of all, just out of interest on how the underlying technology works. But more recently, it's got me thinking a lot about the possibility for applications, or DAGs as they like to say in the space, about the application layer that can be built on top of this technology. And I don't think that's being talked about enough. And we keep talking about which one of these technologies or which one of these cryptocurrencies is going to take off. I think a really big part of that is going to be how good a job they do of onboarding. And that doesn't just mean onboarding the end user, the person who's going to be spending their tokens. That means how good are you at onboarding the developers who are going to build the apps on top of this stack? Because I was at a conference for blockchain technology, Blockchain Live in London last month, and that was a lot of the talk there. There was a lot of the talks there from people who are deep in this space, and they were saying there's just not many apps. There's not much going on at the application level. Everything's still down here at the base level. They're building the foundation, but as we all know, if we think the blockchain is going to become this internet of value, the internet 2.0 or even 3.0, some would say, the internet didn't take off when we invented HTTP and SMTP and the technologies that were the underpinnings of the internet. The internet took off when people started building the application layer. They started building interesting things on top of that technology. And as we all know, that kind of happened in two phases. We had the Web 1.0, where it was very much mirroring traditional distribution of media. So it was very much, articles that looked like a newspaper. It was videos that looked like the television. But then we got into the Web 2.0, where it evolved. Okay, we had much richer application clients happening in the browser. The sort of shift of power between people who are producers and consumers of content clearly shifted. We had the social media revolution, and most of the most interesting companies that came out of the web and the real giants that are there at the moment, people didn't predict in the beginning. So that's what really interests me when we're looking at blockchain technology. Where's this technology going to take us, and what are the layers that are going to be built on top of this technology, and who are going to be the big winners? I can't say that I have the answer to that. In fact, I'm sure I don't have the answer to that. That's the million-dollar question. And I'm sure if I start guessing what these killer applications were going to be, and we come back and watch this video in 10 years, we'll all probably be laughing about how stupid the ideas are. Okay, but one thing I am sure about is there are going to be some killer and world-conquering applications that are built on top of that technology. So I feel, for me, as a CEO of a technology company and also as a tech enthusiast, it's important for me to stay on top of this technology, keep my ear close to the ground, see how it's progressing, see which directions it's going in, and hopefully be one of the early adopters who can see early how the application of this technology might fit into the industry that I'm working in, or possibly even take me in other directions and down avenues. So I'm very much in an exploratory phase at the moment. Like I said, this is the first video. The future videos, and I'm not sure how frequently they're going to come. Maybe I can do once a week, maybe it's once every couple of weeks. I'm going to choose various technologies that are available in the blockchain space. I'm going to go through their onboarding, so their how-to courses, any video content they've got in order to onboard me with the technology. I'm going to try and look at the technology, and then I'm going to try and review it. How does the tech stack up? How's the onboarding experience? How easy was it for me to get an application up and running? How good were the materials that helped me with that? How familiar was I with the technologies that they were using and the sort of platforms and tooling? You know, is this alien stuff to me, or was it stuff that I'm quite familiar with? And then I'm going to talk about the sort of secret sauce that's in each of these platforms. Each of these platforms at the moment are very much trying to establish a USP. Now, how do we differentiate ourselves from the competition? So I want to also look at how good a job do they do of telling me that. And me that as a developer, not an investor. I think a lot of these blockchain technologies at the moment, when I hear them talk, I feel like they're talking to investors. I don't feel like they're talking to developers. So they're doing a good job of telling all the investors how this technology might be used in the future and how it might be world changing. But they're not really, a lot of them, I'll say, are not doing a great job of telling me how I can leverage these technologies in order to make profitable business. And for the people who are on the investment side of things to realize a return, they're very much going to need people who are on the application side of things, my side of things, to be building applications on top of that technology. Otherwise, there's going to be no appreciation of the underlying token or asset class. So, you know, it's a symbiotic relationship. We probably both need each other, and if anything, I would say the investor side needs our side more than anyone. Now, I'm not really interested in the investment side. I've played around in buying a few tokens and a few coins, mainly just to see how the onboarding works, but I don't have any big holdings in any of these coins, and at the moment I don't really plan on buying any of them, and that's not what this channel is going to be about. I think there'll be, you know, if your objective is to make money and you're a developer, I think the early days of this, it will be like the internet in the 90s. If you know this technology and you're ahead of the curve, there's going to be plenty of upside without having to invest in coins and play around on that side of things. Okay, so that's the channel. This is the first video. I'm going to try and upload it now. Right, let's go back to my browser. So I've got Brave browser, okay, crypto enabled browser. And what I'm going to experiment with is I'm going to try uploading this video to DTube. Okay, so if I'm going to drop in and I'm going to go balls deep on everything blockchain, then obviously I should be posting the video to an application that's built for people who believe in blockchain technology. Okay, so I'm not saying I won't upload it to YouTube too, so you might be watching this on YouTube, but first port of call, I'm going to be uploading it to DTube. Okay, cheers, see you in the next video.